they ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
What are you doing on computer? Go outside, so beautiful!
Do you guys remember dinosaurs? You know, the creatures that were around just a few years ago, but sadly didn't know how to play around in Nibiru and just got completely board wiped from this planet. Well, turns out they're actually a pretty decent archetype in Master Duel. So good in fact, that he managed to figure out a counter to that giant rock. Now I'm going to be completely honest here. If you're a bit of a casual player and don't like being overwhelmed with stuff, this deck might not be a very good fit for you, as although I wouldn't exactly call this deck a hard deck in that your decision making isn't really tested at all, I would definitely say it's a very hard to get into deck. This deck is just a massive combo deck, but unlike the hero deck I posted the other day, it isn't just a simple search Stratos start combo kind of a deck. This deck has about 6 or 7 different openers that lead to similar end boards, and the deck's consistency is entirely reliant on the player knowing them, and trust me, I'm not exaggerating. Now, as I won't be able to cover all of them in this video as it would just take a ridiculous amount of replays, I'll leave you guys listed links in the description down below that showcases all the possible openers created by a guy named Zerd over in the Master Duel Discord, as honestly, just watching those replays is very helpful, and due to how long the turn timer is in Master Duel, you can actually just refer back to them during the game, so maybe just bookmark this video for later. Alright, so for those of you viewers that are still left that haven't completely been scared off, here's the deck list. And before I get into the deck list, just a reminder that if you're enjoying any of the content you are watching or find any of the content useful, to please drop a like on the video down below and consider subscribing to the channel whilst you're down there. I've been making a buttload of content on Master Duel over the past week and plan to continue doing so from now on, including free to play builds, meta stuff, memes, guides, basically everything. So if you're interested in any of that stuff, make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. Alright, so like I mentioned earlier, Dino is basically just one big combo deck that tries to create a massive unbreakable board state featuring monsters like Apollosa, Borreload, Laggia, Dolkka, all of which are just pretty nasty negates, and of course the deck's main boss monster, Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, who acts as disruption and a big finisher. This guy has a quick effect, can flip all monsters your opponent controls face down, and if it attacks, can attack all monsters your opponent controls, and if it's a defense position monster, you can just send them straight to the grave and do 1000 points of damage to your opponent. Now it would be a massive pain in the ass for me to try and explain basically all the cards and how they all work in this deck, so it'll just be easier if I just show you, as although I can't show you all the openings in this video, the replays will definitely cover every single card in this list, excluding some of the extra deck monsters, so I'll just go through them then. Alright guys, that's going to do it for the decklist portion of the video. The rest of the video will be gameplay with commentary showcasing the list in action. Remember, if you are enjoying the video or finding any of the content useful, so please drop a like down below and consider subscribing to the channel whilst you're down there. Enjoy the gameplay. Alright, let's get into it. So just a reminder, these replays aren't going to be the most extraordinary ones around. The whole purpose of these replays was to just show some of the openings of the deck, so each of these is going to be a different opener. The replays aren't going to be anything extraordinary, generally just going to be me summoning my entire board, my opponent sees the entire board and realizes, oh, I'm just kind of fucked. So yeah, that's just basically how it's going to work. So alright, let's get into it. To be fair, that's basically how most of your duels are going to go too. This deck is actually pretty good going second as well, due to how Mist works and just kind of making your entire board just uninteractable. But in general, I think it's just better just to go first with this deck because of the kind of board states you can create. Alright, so starting hand right now is a bit of a brick. So now we're looking for one of the combos that works with Lost World, which there are quite a few of them. One of which being, I think we grab Scrap Raptor here. So activating our Pot of Prosperity to look at the top, to banish 6 cards from extra deck, to look at the top 6 cards and grab one of them. Grabbing our Scrap Raptor. Alright, so we activate Lost World. He activates Maxi, we have Ash Blossom, so we don't care about that. Oh, that's something I forgot to mention in the deck list portion of the video. The only thing I would change about the actual deck list I've made is I would try to add some anti-hand trap cards into the list, as this deck does kind of struggle against things like Maxi and things like Ash Blossom ruining your searches, so I would like to add some like Kultai the Graves into the list or something, but I don't own them currently. That's probably the only thing I'd change. Alright. So we activate our Lost World. This thing finishes chaining. Summoning our Raptor, this will then put a token on our opponent's board. Which, by the way, is a really annoying token, because this token means if your opponent has like things like Lightning Storm, they can't actually wipe your board, because they can't activate it, because they've got a monster on the board. It also affects things like Sky Striker as well, so it's kind of a funny little token. Alright, Scrap Raptor, going to be destroying himself. This will then summon, or search for, Scrap Chimera, who when summoned can just add the Scrap Raptor back to board. This then lets Slink summon into our Scrap Wyvern. You can then bring back the Raptor, remove it again, and then give us one search this time, special summon. And then that, because it's special summon something, and then you can destroy something, so we target our Drak Egg token. Now when we target the token, we can then use our Lost World to protect the token from destruction. And because of that, it lets us send a monster from deck to grave or destroy a monster in deck instead. So, because we targeted our token for destruction, we can destroy the Baby Raptor from deck. This then gives us a search to summon our Oviraptor. Oviraptor searching for Misk. We can then discard Misk, making all our stuff uninteractable, and also special summon a Babycerasaurus by banishing one card. We can use Oviraptor on the baby, destroying the baby, and resummoning another one. Now there's a very important thing with this particular step, okay? Because the game isn't very, what's the word? It doesn't really showcase which baby you should be grabbing. So when you use your Oviraptor to destroy a baby, you'll have two in the graveyard. Always grab the one on the right. The one on the left will screw the combo entirely. So hit the baby on the right, that's the one you're summoning from the graveyard. Just remember that, okay? The other baby, you'll see a little graveyard icon above it in the top left. Make sure you're special summoning the right baby, okay? It's completely screw the combo if you don't. Because it won't allow the special summon. Alright, so you summon up your Animated Archosaur, which on summon can destroy something on board, destroying the baby, searching for Evo Pill. Baby summons out Giant Rex, which then gives you 3 materials to summon out Apollosa. Then you can activate your Evo Pill, banishing the Giant Rex to summon your Conductor. Because you banish Rex, Rex's effect activates, and you can resummon it. This lets you go into Borreload Savage Dragon, which then equips Elite Monsters from Grave, giving it 2 Borreload tokens, which make it allow you to counter stuff. And there's your end board. It's pretty good because even Conductor Rex has a Oviraptor on board to destroy it for its flip effect to turn everything face down. So you've got 3 negates, 2 negates, and a flip face down. And keep in mind, this isn't even the best board this deck can make, this is just one of them. My opponent here tries to play the game. He activates a Mystical Space Typhoon, I don't give half a shit about that. He activates this card, I still don't really care too much. I'm basically keeping my Borreload on board, because he's my only Omni Negate at the moment. Normally this deck can make 2 Omni Negates on board, but this is the only one I have, so I want to make sure I keep it on board, so if he has like a Regeki or something, I just negate that. So I'm trying to just ignore the spell cards, unless it's something I really have to get rid of. My opponent summons some dudes to board. I'm going to flip them face down, because I know this is an Xyz deck. If they're face down, they can't Xyz. And from there, I think I just play a lot of BMing here. It doesn't really matter what I do, I was just messing around here. I knew this game was already over, so I just started messing around, seeing what else I can do with the deck. I was just exploring. Keep in mind, I only learnt this deck yesterday, so I was trying to, I was just trying to learn it a bit more. Just messing around. Summon a little Archosaur, give him a little token. Destroying something in hand, searching for an Evo Pill. And Evo Pill isn't only able to summon your ultimate Conductor, it can actually summon something else as well. You can actually summon Dinowrestler Pankratops, which is a quick effect pop. Okay, swinging with our Dino, popping each of his monsters. I think because I activated the draw spell, you only do half damage, because I activated the draw spell. So, definitely had lethal here, but I was messing around, so. Ended up not lethal him this turn, but it didn't matter. He's not playing through this board with 1 card. Summons his barrier statue. Alright. He deserved to lose for playing barrier statues in the first place, let's be honest. Alright, game 2. I think this is the game that has the best start, the most reliable start. I think most people call this the standard start. This is the one you try to go for most of the time. Like, you get your searcher spell, you're generally searching for one of these two cards, Misk or Oviraptor, which you'll see, we've got Fossil Dig in hand. Fossil Dig, searching for Oviraptor. Then adding our Lost World to hand before activating the Prosperity, so it doesn't accidentally... Well, it gets rid of one of the Lost Worlds in deck, so our pot doesn't find it. Pot managing 6 cards. Looking at all the cards at the top. The cards at the top don't really matter at this point because I already have my starter combo of these two boys. So, I think I just look for a hand trap, I think. Yeah, I just have Max C. Can I activate my Misk? Summon my Ovi. Send me for my baby. I generally like to activate, I'm not sure if this is correct, I generally like to activate Misk first because of its whole, your opponent can't interact with you during this main phase thing. So if I summon any dinosaurs, they're generally pretty safe. I'm not sure if you meant to activate it first or try to chain it to things or try to bait stuff out, I don't know. It feels good, it feels good anyway, so I just use it at the start. Alright, summon our boy, this will give us a token. Make sure our Oviraptor searched for a Babycerasaurus. We can then banish the Misk, just for 1 this time, which searches for our animated Archos. You don't actually need the Lost World for this combo, by the way. It's just this dude in Misk. So your Archosaur going to destroy the baby in hand. This will then search for your pill. As well, special summon out another baby. This baby can then be destroyed by Oviraptor. And remember, again, choose the right baby. The baby on the right. It's pretty simple to remember, because choose the right baby is, you know, choose the one on the right. It's pretty easy to remember anyway. Alright, summoning the Scrap from deck. Scrap Raptor's going to destroy baby, to summon another baby. I'm not actually sure what the point is in doing that step, other than just adding more stuff to grave for Misk, but yeah, you can do that. Anyway, then you link out your Scrap Wyvern. Once again, summoning the Rex, or the Raptor. Summoning out the other Raptor from deck, and this time, instead of targeting the token, you can just target the Babycerasaurus on board. This will give you a search for your Chimera, and Baby will go off and summon the Giant Rex. Summon Chimera, special summon back the Scrap Raptor, link summon into Appaloosa, use the Evo Pill, summon out Ultimate Conductor Tyranno, summon back the Rex, summon out your Borreload, and finally, Exceed summon out your Omni Negate as well. Summon out your boy Laggia, who is literally just attached to negate anything. I think my opponent just concedes instantly in this one. He actually just gives up. Doesn't even try it. Yeah, that's 2 Omni Negates, 3 Negates in Appaloosa, and a flip face down to his entire board. Pretty hard to beat that. You need something like a Dark Ruler No More or something, or Droplets or something. Even with Droplets, that's a lot of stuff to get through. Alright. Next replay. Alright, so this replay is showing probably the weaker of the starters this deck has. But it is still a starter, so I chose to include it. It's also hopefully a bit of a quicker replay, as these replays do take a while to get through. Alright. So use our Pot of Prosperity. Looking for something in combo with Misk, which is quite a few things. But in this case, we hit basically nothing other than a Scrap Raptor. So we can make a start with this, it's just not a great one. So Misk, summoning a Raptor, Raptor destroys itself, summoning, or adding Chimera to hand, we can normal the Chimera, summon back the Raptor, use Max C, we happen to have Blossom again. Who needs Call by the Graves? You just draw Blossoms, huh? Summon back our boy. summon out Scrap Wyvern. You've seen this before. Oh sorry, use the Misc first at this point, because you use Misc, put out the Babycerasaurus. By banishing two from grave. Then you use Scrap Wyvern to bring back the Chimera, destroy it again. Summon the Scrap Raptor from deck, which the Wyvern's effect goes off, destroys the baby. Summon the Oviraptor. Oviraptor can search for your boss monster. Then you can summon out Apollosa, and you have enough dinosaurs in grave to banish them for your ultimate Conductor. And that's your end board. It's obviously a lot weaker than the other ones, but it does show you an end board you can come up with if your hand is as kind of bricky as this one was. In this case, luckily you're playing against a deck that was not reliant on spell and trap cards, was only reliant on trying to use its monsters. Actually, this deck does like spell and trap cards, it's a ritual deck, but it was mostly reliant on its monster at this point, so we negated it once, and he was done. To be fair, you could actually summon a Omni-Negate in this combo instead of Apollosa, I'm pretty sure, but Apollosa is generally better because it's 3 negates instead of just 1, so yeah. And you can even protect the Apollosa when it's got low attack with the flip face down effect of your boss monster anyway. Alright, final replay. Now you guys are gonna have a giggle at me for this one, because I misplayed pretty horribly at the start. To be fair though, my hand was extremely bricky. It was a massive brick. But I did do something pretty dumb right at the start. Kind of forgot Baby's level. Or forgot the conditions of summoning Link Reaver more. So this hand is what you call awful going first. That's 3 hand traps, and yeah, this is absolutely terrible. But I decided to summon the baby, thinking I could link it off for a Link Reaver, then go into Secure Man, wherever he is, a Secure Gardener. Yet you can't do that. This is a level 2 monster, dummy. Either way, we passed the turn. Hand looking pretty awful. But I decided to keep this replay anyway because it shows off another pseudo star, and it shows off another copy of a card that we didn't show in any of the other replays that I want to show. Well, we did show it briefly, but we didn't actually show its effects, so. This man activates his Prismatic Instant Fusion. Is this card an ultra rare? Oh my god, it is. Prismatic ultra rare, by the way. Summons out some dude I've never seen before. And summons out this boy who I actually have seen before. Annoying little shit, this man. Alright, so this guy has a negate. Alright, so we're gonna use our pot once again. I think we had the Misc, I think that we had. That bad Misc. Use Misc's effect so that we can't really interact with our stuff. We summon our Oviraptor. Oviraptor searches for our Pankratops. This is what I wanted to show. You can summon out the Pankratops, use his effect, he can tribute himself to destroy a card on board. We target the Phoenix. This forces out his negate. I don't think he can really interact with our stuff anyway, but anyway, we destroy it, or we make him use his negate. Then we can start off with our other starter. So, generally, Misc and Baby is a starter by itself, and you can just normal summon the Oviraptor or something, which you'll see. It's another starter with just Misc and Baby, which you're about to see, like, basically how it works. And normally ends with you just normal summoning an Oviraptor, or normal summoning, yeah, just normal summoning the Ovi. So you can banish your Misc, summon your animated dude, pop the card in hand, search for heal, spell summon a guy from deck. Maybe destroy the baby, summon out another baby, summon out the Scrap Raptor, Link Rebo, summon out the... So I didn't actually have any babies left in deck, but I did have a Petit, I don't know how to name this card, Petiteranodon, something like that, which is basically just another baby, but a little bit worse. But it can also search for Pankratops. Summon out Scrap Wyvern, Scrap Wyvern can then do a similar combo you would have seen before. And the Scrap Wyvern's going to end up destroying the Petito Rando instead of the baby that's normally there. Raptor searching for Chimera. Summon Rex. Summon Chimera. Summon Monster back. And link out to a Borrelsword. Summon Mr. Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. Bringing back the rest so it is banished. Something Borreload. Even if he survived this turn, he was pretty dead. I'm pretty sure he does survive this turn actually, because we half these thing, right? Which he might not, we did Borreload him. I forget. Oh yeah, we could summon another Ultimate Conductor if we actually just had one in hand. Borreload can attack twice, we take the face down so we can do a little burn damage. Oh yeah, this guy gets him absolutely murked. Activate Max C, negating our own Max C of course, solid bit of BM. Because we deserve all the BM after that turn 1 play we did. And there we go. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I'm sorry I can't show all the replays in this video. This video is probably already like 20 something minutes long, so I apologize for that. Like I said, I would leave all the links to basically every starter in the description down below, so please check those out. There'll just be little dueling book replays created by a man from the Dueling Matter Discord. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you did, make sure to leave... Wait, what? Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. I need to go to sleep. Anyway, laters.
Hey, big brother, can I watch SpongeBob? Shut up, Mokuba. I'm busy flagging YouTube videos to compensate for the fact that I have an extremely small penis. Oh.